Rob, what are the newest developments?
Well, Laura continues to be probably our biggest threat coming up this week, but we're going to have a tropical storm tomorrow night into Tuesday. Should be minor, and then we're going to have to deal with Laura, which could be major. So as we take a look right now, we have the good news for tonight is Marco downgraded to a tropical storm on the 10 p.m. bulletin from the National Hurricane Center with 70-mile-per-hour winds. This system is probably going to move. The low-level part is going to be moving west-northwestward across the coastal areas of South Louisiana, but a lot of the convection and a lot of the storms are going to get blown off to the north and east because of those strong upper-level winds in the atmosphere. So we're expecting some wind locally as we get into late tomorrow night, then Tuesday morning. We have the system right over St. Mary Parish, and then Tuesday evening over toward Cameron Parish, and then moving into Texas and slowly dissipating. We'll have more on the impacts associated with Marco coming up in just a bit. New news tonight is not good on Laura. Laura still expected to be at least a Category 2, could be pushing a major hurricane at landfall somewhere across southwest Louisiana, and now the forecast track has been nudged a little bit farther to the east, so hurricane conditions certainly a distinct possibility in Acadiana going into late Wednesday night, and hopefully improving as we head into Thursday. But this one could be a whopper of a storm. We're talking a big storm surge, hurricane force winds and rain. We'll talk more about the specifics coming up in the main weathercast. Kendra?
And Rob, we've been getting questions from viewers. One of them is, why has Laura's track changed so drastically?
Well, yeah, let's get into, let me get into the next graphic here, and we'll show you taking a look at the water vapor imagery. This ridge of high pressure, this Bermuda ridge of high pressure, has been most dominant, and that has been pushing both storms farther to the west. Because Marco has been poorly organized and had dry air with this upper level low, that's why we've had big swings in the forecast track changes, but this is going to be drawn to the west as this upper level low moves to the west, and then Laura is going to find the weakness between that ridge of high pressure and this trough back to the west. But overall, this high pressure ridge has been forcing Laura back to the west. So we started out with tracks well to the east of us. Now they're to the west of us and too close to the west, meaning we could expect hurricane conditions here locally going into Wednesday. We'll have full details on impacts locally coming up in just a little bit.
And Rob, are these storms comparable to any other storms that we've seen here in Acadiana before?
Well, I'm afraid Laura is going to be very close to at least Hurricane Gustav wind-wise, maybe even stronger, and we may see a surge on par with Hurricane Rita. Category 2 or 3 storm will produce at least a 10-foot surge along our coast, and that's going to be bad news. And with that forecast track that we just showed you, that's going to push water into Vermilion Bay. That's going to back up the Vermilion River. So if we have heavy rains, there's going to be no drainage going down the Vermilion River. So a lot in play, but of course a lot can change in the days ahead. But something that is on our radar, pun intended, and it's going to be a big system to deal with as we head into Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, thank you, Rob.